Cheated into Harvard. Cheated into Harvard. He cheated my way into Harvard by faking a disability and got away with it. Throwaway for obvious reasons. I graduated high school with a perfect SAT and GPA by faking a learning disability, and it's eating me alive. Growing up, my parents put tremendous pressure on me to perform, which led to a miserable childhood full of constant anxiety. You know those tiger Asian parent stereotypes? That was my mom and dad. I would get beaten and have my doors ripped off this hinges if I got a score anything less than perfect. Fast forward to my first day of high school, where I noticed a girl in my class was given extra time and a computer to do her assignments. I was in shock, knowing how much easier my life would be if I had the same advantages, so I asked her how she was allowed this, and she told me she had a learning disability called dysgraphia. I had never heard of it before, but it's basically when you can't read or write well, so you are given extra time on exams and allowed a computer to type with. That day I went home and convinced my mom to take me to the doctor. On the drive over, I studied all the symptoms I would soon be faking to make sure I got diagnosed. I was so nervous when the doctor questioned me and even gave me a couple time tests. When he came back into the room and sat us down to say, "Your son has extreme dysgraphia," I have never felt so twistedly happy. The next day at school, I submitted my medical paperwork and was granted 2x the time on all assignments plus computer access. The computers they gave us were limited, so you couldn't cheat. However, I was able to create an admin account with full access with a couple commands. For most of my classes, I would just find the answer keys online on websites like Chegg, Quizlet. For math, I used online calculators. Spanish class, I used translators. I even found a website that could write all my essays and get beat plagiarism checks. I spent the next 4 years cheating on literally every single assignment. With double the time and the internet at my fingertips to search for answers, it was comically easy. On top of the practically non-existent supervision in the learning center, cheating on everything was comically easy. I lived in legitimate paranoia for 4 years, knowing the next day would finally be the day I get exposed as a cheater. But I never did. I found myself senior year with a perfect GPA and valedictorian of my small high school class. When it came time to take the SAT, I was surprised to find that I also got double the time. I loaded up my calculator with tons of formulas, and with nearly 9 hours to take the test, I got a perfect score. I applied to every Ivy League and got into Harvard. Looking back, I feel somewhat bad for potentially taking someone's spot, but selfishly I would do it all over again. I dealt with CPS and genuine abuse in my house. I have locked these memories away in my mind, not as a time of cheating, but more as surviving.